I think my new ostomy bags are arriving today after a little bit of a delay there, so I'm really looking forward to trying them out again. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I'm back today, and I think first off, you can see what I've got in front of me. You know what we're gonna do. I have had such success this year with flowers. When it comes to vegetables, not so much, but when it comes to flowers, we've had some really good luck. I have celosia here, I've got some zinnias, marigolds, dahlias. I'll show you them up close, of course, because they're gorgeous. But I thought I could chat with you guys, update you on what's been going on while I work on a little flower arrangement, because I have a little glass container here that I saved from a candle. I think it was a Christmas candle. I use it every year for just different bouquets that I make, and then some flower foam that I soaked in water. So I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to today because finally I think that my ostomy bags are going to arrive. I ordered them, I don't know how long ago it was. It was long enough that this is definitely delayed because I already received all the other ostomy supplies that I would get on a monthly basis. So I got my rings, I got stoma powder, I got the odor eliminator, but I did not receive the bags because they have been on back order. It makes me wonder if these ostomy bags are just really popular and everybody's getting them so they can't produce them fast enough. I don't know. But we'll be trying out the Convatec Esteem body bags again, and I'm really looking forward to it. I had them last summer. I had a ton of samples from Convatec, but I went through them pretty quick, and then I just kind of dragged my feet on changing over to them because I love my two-piece non-drainable system, but I feel like it's not working for me anymore. It's just with the way my stoma's been acting and my body confidence level, I really wanted to switch over. So we finally did. I got the text that UPS should be dropping it off today, and I plan on showing it to you guys. It's just, let's keep our fingers that that's actually what the package is. I think that it is what it is. Before we get into the flowers and I show you the up close look at them and we chat, I do want to thank today's sponsor, which is my favorite Element, my zero sugar electrolyte drink mix. That come in these convenient little packets that you mix into water. In fact, we're gonna do that now. I have been relying on them nonstop, especially right now. I just feel like with breastfeeding, I don't know if Nova's taken more and more, and that's why I feel more and more dehydrated, but that might be what's going on. But yeah, they have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 of potassium, and 60 of magnesium, and I know people always say, oh my gosh, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, that sounds like a lot. But you lose a lot of electrolytes through sweat when you go to the bathroom, and I know with my ostomy, I lose a little bit more than the average person, but yeah, everybody loses electrolytes and they need to replace them. That's why when you're feeling dehydrated, Element is the way to go. What I really enjoy about Element is that you can play with the amount of water that you mix it into. I tend to use less water when I use my electrolyte mixes, but somebody like Zach's dad, he texted me saying that he uses a little bit more water just to dilute it a little bit more because he said it was a little strong for him, and that's perfectly fine. And he said he found the perfect amount that tasted really good to him, and he felt like rehydrated him after he was mowing the lawn. So if he sees this, hi Zach's dad. But yeah, you can kind of play with how much water you mix it into. I think the flavor is so good. I don't think that it's too salty. I don't think that it's too sweet. I'm somebody who really doesn't have a big sweet tooth, so this, I was surprised. I feel like a lot of electrolyte mixes try to hide the salt flavor with a lot of sugar or just a lot of sweetener, and it's like, ugh. This is perfect to me, and it makes me feel so much better anytime that I feel like I've got that dry mouth, I've got that overall headache, I feel tired. This is usually the thing that makes me feel better every single time. I like to sip on it throughout the day. I usually bring a little bit of it up to bed with me, and I'll sip it throughout the night when I'm feeding Nova. and it's fantastic. So anyways, Element is kindly offering a free sample pack with any order by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. That's DRINKLMNT.com/LetsTalkIBD. Get that free sample pack order, keep it for yourself, share it with a salty friend, do whatever you want to do with it. It's very good though. Okay, thank you so much Element for sponsoring this video. Thank you for keeping me hydrated throughout this very hot and buggy summer. I can't say it enough, the bugs have been absolutely terrible this summer, and I don't mean regular bugs, I mean mosquitoes. Honestly, it feels like our lightning bugs are coming back around here. We've had so many more butterflies. The butterflies have loved my flower garden. They really like the celosia, so I gotta show you all the different flowers I have here. I'm very excited about it. Let's see, can I pull them out without dripping too much water? Okay, so here's my first bit of celosia. Look at how pretty that is. And I have gotten so many seeds from them too, so I'm definitely gonna save them. Actually, all of my yellow celosia here is from saved seeds, and you guys are gonna find this wild. I saved these seeds and have been regrowing them since our wedding. Our wedding was in October of 2020. We had this lovely lady, her name is 𝙗𝙤𝙨. She's actually on Instagram and she shares all of her flowers, but she's local to us. And she makes these beautiful planters around town, or like around the local area. She goes to different businesses and makes these beautiful planters. She did it for our barn for a wedding, and she put celosia in there, and I saved the seeds from the plants that she put in there, and that's this celosia here. I don't know where it's trying to focus here. There we go. I think it's focusing. I can't see very well. Yeah, I saved these seeds. Look at this one. This one's really cool. So I went out in the garden today and picked a whole bunch so that way I could put it into my little container here just to keep on the dining room table. Okay, what else did I save? Well, the zinnia seeds, honestly, I think a lot of these are from last year's zinnias. They are not true to what the original plant was because I think they all crossbred. They're all just kind of like pink or red. And I know I had like the Queen Lime ones last year. I don't care. They're so pretty. And honestly, the butterflies have been loving these guys. So it worked out. I don't care. What else? These dahlias started from one tuber from Lowe's. And now I've got so many tubers. This is not the best dahlia though. It's kind of tiny. And then I've got these marigolds that just, I think I planted some from seed this year, but I also had some just grow themselves. I guess some of the seeds I planted last year stayed in the ground and they grew. So incredible. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love my flowers. And I do have some sunflowers, not a ton. The weeds kind of took over, and I was actually really afraid that my garden would be a complete failure this year just because it's kind of hard getting outside with a newborn. You know, I can't have her in the sun. I can't have her in the heat. You have to be really careful. And I feel like I've done better than I thought I would. We do have a ton of cherry tomatoes. We are getting some bread and salt tomatoes. Very good. And I actually grew a tomato plant from a grocery store tomato. We got heirloom tomatoes at the grocery store, and I saved a couple seeds and it worked out. So yeah, I've been very happy with how things have gone in the garden for my very little effort. My green beans are not doing fantastic though. I'm getting some, but some of the plants died. I don't know what happened. You know what, let me get my scissors. Cut a nice little sharp edge there to poke into the floral foam. Yeah, so I got some of my ostomy supplies, didn't get all of them. I was so excited for my ostomy bags, and I saw that I was getting a shipment like last week, I think. So I'm thinking, yes, I can do a bag change and try out the new bag. And then when I opened the box, it didn't have the bags in there. And then shortly after, I received an email saying, hey, it's on back order. And I'm really hoping that today is the day that we get it. Because I'm looking forward to trying them out. Of course, I had a leak last night. I had a small leak. I caught it before it ever got anywhere. Like it didn't even make it to the outside of my flange, but it would have if I had left it overnight. So of course I had to do an ostomy bag change, and now the new bags are arriving today, and I really want to try them out. I really want to put them on, but I just did a fresh change. I don't want to rip off the new flange, you know. Oh well, it is what it is, but at least I'll have them, and so for my next change I can start playing around with what I want to do. That's something I've learned, that anytime that I try a new product or I change my routine, it takes a few changes to really get down what I want to do, what works best for my stoma, what's going to stick best to me, honestly. Yeah, so I'll have to try a few different ways, just see what I think feels the best and what works the best. And then I want to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm really excited. I feel like it's going to help me with my confidence because, you know, I'm really proud of my postpartum body. I think I reverted back really well. But also there are some changes that I didn't expect necessarily. I didn't expect my scars to look so much darker and so much more prominent than they did. My belly actually feels like it's softer now. I don't know how that's possible. I feel like my muscles are weaker now, and I'm hoping pelvic floor therapy really helps with that, but we don't start that for a few more weeks. Yeah, so I just feel like a nice looking ostomy bag will really make me feel good. And I actually tried on a bathing suit for the first time this past weekend. I haven't gone swimming at all this summer, not because I don't want to, but more just the opportunity has not presented itself. And one of my good friends, a nurse that I used to work with at CHOP, she is getting married and she had her bridal shower. And they said, bring a swimsuit. So I wore a swimsuit there, and I had to try on a few different ones to really find the one that made me feel the best. But I actually I feel like I felt really good in it because I filled it out more. Like I haven't filled out a bathing suit really ever. So that was kind of interesting. I was like, oh, I feel like I look really good in this, which was surprising, you know. Being postpartum, I was excited about that. Didn't wind up going swimming because it just, you know, I wasn't there for too long. I was there for about maybe 3.5, 4 hours. But it seemed like the party was wrapping up, and that's when people started to jump in the pool. Zach dropped me off so I could have a couple beverages without worrying about driving. And I texted him to come pick me up, and then people started jumping in the pool, and I was like, he's gonna be here in 10 minutes. Like, it's fine. But it gave my friend an opportunity to meet Nova too, because she hadn't yet. It was such a nice day. But that was the longest I was away from Nova, I think. I think that was it, yeah. It was a number of hours. Zach tried to bottle feed her. She's just, I don't know what happened. She's terrible with the bottle now, so we've been trying to work on her taking more of the bottle, but it's not going great. I'm not trying to stress about it, though, because she's eating better from me, so that's good. I feel like I need more greenery. This is looking a little sparse. Oh well. It's not meant to be perfect. I just wanted something on the table. Every time that I cut marigolds, it really makes me think back to our wedding, because I remember being so stressed out and going out in the garden to cut more flowers. Like, I had purchased flowers, but I wanted to cut some from our garden to add to our bouquets, and the smell of marigold leaves and flowers just was overwhelming. And so it always makes me think back to that and how grateful I am that we're married and we don't have to do another wedding. Let me see. I'm really glad that I caught that bag leak last night, though, because that could have been bad. That could have been rough. And I almost immediately started to feel the itchiness, and I could tell exactly where the leak was happening. And when I took the flange off, I could see, you know, the breakdown of the barrier ring where the leak had started. So I you know, you feel that itchiness, it's important to just change your bag. Just get right into it, deal with it, rather than just waiting. Sometimes what I'll do, and this is kind of the lazy person way out of it, is if I start to feel that itchiness, because I wear a 2-piece, I will take the bag off and I will try to put some stoma powder wherever I'm feeling the itchiness, like right around my stoma. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but I will take a piece of toilet paper, kind of move my stoma slightly so I can see between the stoma and the edge of where you cut your flange or where you mold your flange, and I'll just put a whole bunch of powder in there to try to absorb any output that maybe is just causing problems. And last night I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. This is too irritating to me. Let's see, I put that down here. What I've also been doing is I have so much of this particular celosia growing, and some of the stems or some of the flowers are really big. I'm actually drying them. I'm gonna try to make a wreath. I'm gonna make a wreath out of them for fall. I was looking at wreaths online for fall, and they're all so expensive, and I just feel like, it's not very personal. So I'm gonna make my own. Wish me luck, because I have it over there and it's not turning out super great so far. I gotta get a lot more of this stuff dried though, and I think that'll do the trick. I think I just need a ton of this, and that'll make it look good. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Anyways, UPS is telling me that they'll be here around, like, I think it said 1 to 4 p.m. So I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for that. Nova's sleeping right now. She's been sleeping about 45 minutes at a time. I'm just going with whatever, you know, her body's doing, because sometimes I think we try to control stuff or mess with stuff a little too much, and I'm trying to let go of the reins, and whatever her body seems to be telling me, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't want to stress about it. So yeah, 45 minutes, I think that's pretty typical with little babies of her age. It's just hard to get things done, you know. I think I'll save this. This is the end from all that celosia. I'm going to stick it in somewhere because I feel like the leaves can help cover the floral foam a bit. Let me see. Can I stick it in there? Maybe. That's not too bad. Okay. So then, let me add the zinnias for my friend's wedding, which is coming up in just a little bit here. I'm gonna wear the light blue dress that I got last year, and I remember I did a video showing wedding dresses and stuff to you guys, like wedding outfits, because we had a number of weddings last year, and I had found out I was pregnant like maybe a week after I received all of those dresses. And so when I did that video, I knew that I was pregnant, but I hadn't told anybody yet. And with the blue dress, the wedding that we went to, it was like August 30th, I want to say. Zach and I took pictures right out here on our porch, and I thought they were really cute pictures. But I took other ones that I didn't show you guys. I didn't post on Instagram or anything, where I just like do a little heart over my tummy, because I was, I think, 4 weeks pregnant that day, and I just found out I had my 3rd HCG test, and I just found out that the numbers were climbing like they should, and I was so excited. And I remember that day we were dancing and stuff, and I was cramping at the wedding, and I was nervous, but I think it was just Nova getting really comfy. I don't know. So anyways, I'm gonna wear that dress to this wedding because it'll be just about a year, and I'll get Nova in some pictures with us. I just think it's really cute. I'm like, how has it been a year? That's insane. And my brother and sister-in-law are gonna watch her, and I'm like, I miss her so much. I honestly don't know how long we're gonna last at this wedding, because, you know, I'm trying to get her onto a bottle as best as I can, like, not permanently. I want her to breastfeed primarily, but I'm trying to get her to take a bottle again, and I know that she's not gonna starve in the course of a few hours. She does take some from a bottle, it's just not a full feed. So I'm just, you know what, my phone's gonna be on me the whole time. I'll keep checking it. and make sure that she's good. But my sister-in-law is just, she'll be fine. She's got 2 of her own kids, and she takes care of a 3rd quite often. So she's, I think, the only person that I'm like fully comfortable taking care of Nova at this point, for, you know, a number of hours. I'm gonna stick some of these leaves that just kind of fell off. I'm gonna put them around. Yeah, all right, well, I think we're nearing the end here. Would that work? I don't know. I just want to hide the green. I feel like I didn't do a very good job with that. I need more greenery. That's what I need to do. Next year, let's grow more greenery. You better bet your butt I'm getting Nova outside to help me. And I just want to say, don't worry, I wash my hands very thoroughly after I touch anything from the garden. My cousin had a baby that got botulism and was in the ICU because of mulch. So I'm not messing around with that. But here we go. This will go on the dining room table, just a couple feet to my right here. It's not perfect, but it's something. Something to brighten the day. Okay, I'm going to catch up with you guys a little bit later when, hopefully, this package arrives, because I really, really want to show you the bags. I actually never received these bags in the packaging that they're supposed to come in. I got them in like a plastic bag because I was getting early samples of it. So yeah, we will see. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Transition. Okay, hopefully that transition was good. It is a little bit later. I've got Nova over here. There's a little sound machine you might hear. She's laying down for a nap. She's still awake. So we'll see if she falls asleep. But the box was just delivered. I did get stuff like a week ago, so let me show you what I got. I got my Safe and Simple deodorizer drops. This is the blue one. I don't love that it's blue because if you spill it anywhere, it's blue, but it works really great and it's fairly cheap. I got my Stone adhesive powder, which honestly I don't use a ton of, but this stuff is fantastic for if you have a baby and they have diaper rash. We used to do the crusting technique on the GI babies that, you know, had some really terrible diaper rash. So I figured I'll keep getting this just in case I need it. Thankfully, not dealing with too much diaper rash. And then the last thing I got was my Eken Cohesive Slim Seals. And I get 2 boxes of these guys. I don't know where my camera's focusing today. Can we focus? There we go. So if you haven't seen these guys, let me take one out, show you. Comes in a box, I think, of 10. So I get 20 total. Usually I get enough supplies for 20 changes. But I like that these are really slim. And I kind of rotate between this and the Ostoform seal, which I already have a ton of because they sent it to me, so I'm good with that. I go back and forth depending on how my stoma is acting. I've been noticing, though, I feel like these are breaking down a lot more. And I don't know if it's because of my output or if something changed with them, but who knows. So I still get them. I still feel like they give me a good seal. It's just taking my bag off and cleaning. Ugh. Okay. I'm excited. All right, let me open this box. Please be it. I don't know what else it would be, so. Yay! Ooh. Sorry, Nova. Oh, not what I expected. Like, kind of a small box for ostomy bags. When I received it from Convatec last summer, it just came in a plastic bag because, again, I think that they were still just sending out samples. I don't think that they were officially selling them, or they had just started to. So this contains 10 bags of the Esteem Body Bag. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Ooh. Yeah, apparently these were on back order. I don't know, but I like that it's compact like this. That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's take them out. Ooh. Oh, so exciting. It is, I really like getting my ostomy supply shipment. Okay, so you've got little instruction packet like this. We've got something else. More instructions. I don't know. I guess it tells you how to do everything. We've got a nice stoma sizing guide here, which I don't really need. Could have used that during pregnancy, but now my stoma is pretty much back to where it was. We've got stickers, although I'll tell you what, I felt like these were actually pretty good. I loved that these filters didn't leak. That was huge because right now I'm gluing my filters shut on this bag. They will leak if I don't. These filters look different than my current ostomy bag. And I can't remember how they did in the shower. If I felt like the filter didn't work anymore, I did feel like it got some of the gas out. So I'll keep these on hand in case I need them. But look at how nice this is. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. I love it. The other thing I really liked was when I showered, you could not see through. Like my current bag, when the fabric gets wet, it's more see-through than when it's just dry. It's slightly convex, which I don't use convexity, but this is so minor and so soft. She's finding her voice. The last few days, it's like she suddenly realized she could make sound, and she's just chatting up a storm. Anyways, this is concave, and I liked it too because I felt like I could cut this pretty big should my stoma ever grow again. Let's hope in the future that does happen. And I like the end too because it was actually one of the easiest ones to clean. So I just struggled to finally switch over because I love my two-piece. And I'll tell you what, if they come out with a two-piece version of this, I will switch. I will 100% do it. I like being able to burp my bag. I can't do that with a one-piece, but I do feel like this looks super nice. It's a lot more quiet. I'm excited. So I'll have to fiddle around and see my routine, like what's going to work best with this, because I did get a chance a little bit last year to do that, but things may have changed. I don't know. My belly is softer. We'll have to see if I have to make adjustments for that. Ooh, I'm so excited. This looks so nice. Ooh, it's a fancy ostomy bag. It's not just a regular one. So yeah, I usually get 20 systems before using the two-piece. With the non-drainable bags, I would get 20 flanges, and then I would get 2 boxes of 30 disposable bags. That's what my insurance, all of my insurances have ever covered. Like, they always have sent me 60 bags and then 20 flanges. My guess is that's pretty typical. So now I'm just getting 20 one-piece bags. Yay! I almost want to rip my bag off and try this out. I won't, because I don't want to waste supplies. My bag is sticking really good. We just did it last night. That's so fun. I'm so excited. Ah. I'm going to have to share with you guys. Once I get my routine down, I will absolutely share a bag change, because we're going to have to mess around and see what works. Eek! I don't get adhesive remover. I've talked a lot about my adhesive remover fun, where they sent me 2,500 adhesive remover wipes that burnt my skin, so I don't even use them. I tried to get the Ascenta ones from Convatec, and I think they sent it once, maybe, and then they just switched back to the other adhesive removers. That was frustrating. That was irritating. And as for skin barrier, I think they can only send me wipes, and I don't use the wipes, so I just buy it online. It is an expense, but thankfully it's like, I don't know, it's less than $20 for a can. It lasts me a while. Same with the spray adhesive remover. That I just buy online myself. Can be an expense, but not too frequent, so There we go. There we go. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share how this works out. Like, to really immerse myself in the one-piece drainable lifestyle. It's been a long time. I get questions all the time about why I do what I do. I have been doing the non-drainables for at least 10 years. And I have done it with every single brand, major brand. I did it with Hollister, I did it with Coloplast, and I did it with Convatec. And now I'm like going back. That's crazy. I really hope it works out. I hope it feels good. I hope it gives me my confidence back. I think that having your confidence with your ostomy, like feeling like you look good with it, is so important. And I feel like I lost that a little bit, so there we go, guys. I just wanted to share it with you. I'm excited it came. It's like Christmas when you got ostomy supplies, especially new stuff. And I wanted to share with you guys that I, on Instagram, asked if anybody had seen any cool new products at the UOAA conference. I did not attend this year. I wanted to so badly, and I was watching everyone's posts, and I followed so many people on Instagram. But I asked if there were any new products that people would be interested in seeing on a YouTube video. I did get some responses, not a ton, so I wound up doing a lot of research, and I have, I think, like maybe 5 or 6 different things that I found. Either they are brand new or they are new to me, so we're gonna show them in a video and take a look and just mess around with them and see what we think. And I thought it would be good just to make you aware if you're like, hey, I'm interested in trying some new stuff. We'll see what's out there. So I've got it collecting on my desk over there. I think, am I waiting on one more thing? I might be. I don't know. I'll have to look. I made a whole list. But anyways, there we go. Woo! All right, I'm going to stop talking because I think Nova's not falling asleep because I'm chatting with you guys. Sorry, girly. I know, Mommy's loud. Thank you so much to Element for sponsoring this video. Make sure to get your free sample pack with any order of Element by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD and enjoy staying hydrated like I am. I'm almost done that glass, and it's been about 2 hours. She is really sucking on her binky over there, if you hear that. It's been about 2 hours, so I like to sip it slow, and that seems to be the most effective for me. But all right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Bye! Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.